and we are rather proud that we have been successful in carrying out this universal.
Must look at who contaminates. This is what he says in Laudato Si. So you will see the first world, Europe, and particularly mentions the countries even, which is very, very strong in his approach. Anthropocentrism is the origin of climate change, totally centering around me, myself. I will come to the second part later. I will come to that.
India. Two politicians who celebrate Dubai, India. So, what is the impact of this beyond the chat?
One document that has united a lot of people who were. There are many. When Pope was presenting in UN, even, and he clearly emphasized, I'll come to that, the countries that is very strong, Africa. Australia, of course, Australia, Philippines, Indonesia. But from my reading, from while I was in Rome, Revelation to obtain love, where God dwells and labors in creation, following Ignatius' directive that love ought to be put more in deeds than in words. This is something we take from. It's all connected to the nature act. That's the perspective, the methodology they use in analyzing the data that came from the chapter Y. I think we have a rich resource and often less used. Same place, maybe not very clear. The
Paris Conference, Paris Agreement, Conference of Parties 2021. It was one of the things that the Paris Agreement has not been able to ensure was a global consensus of many of the things. There is Conference of Parties that has been taking place since Conference of Parties 2021. Big thing that we have missed out as a result is.
How much are we, and how can we Jesuits at the grassroots level also?
My friends who are activists in Bengal and also some part of India, these groups are fragile and they are helpless because the force that is violating the environment is very large and it has to do with the political, the government.
whether it is the work among we choose to work among the poor, which is very clear.
Beyond this, I think we are in the right track. That's one thing. The second point is this. This year before last, there is a survey that all over the society how they respond.
This is the reason why we need to do what's happening with spirituality, etc. But he goes into the concrete in Laudato Si, where he calls the political leaders.
Bringing us the fact that it's possible to become ambassadors of the environment. Thank you very much, and thank you very much, Madonna, for that presentation
and moderating the discussion. We are well within our stipulated time.
What you got? I am taking the horse. You don't need to slow down. Okay, don't have.
That's it.
Recycle. Developing a paperless culture wherever it is possible.
That impact is there. So I think it is important. I mean for our staff. So there one we kind of dispose from that. Excessive use of paper for printing, for training materials, flexes, posters, pamphlets, disposable of cups.
We put yes, or no. But what has asked force document that it becomes forward. It's in your I will not read or discuss in Malay. Highway, so that from the airport they justified of clearing up so much of forest. That's the paradox. The hope that we were building up against ecological justice. We had the best scientists.
We have succeeded in a plastic reduction on the college campus.
In the mud, in the soil health card system. What did they do? They mandated all the state governments to map, test every district.
This is an important area where we have to collectively reflect and discern and bring about change and conserve our world. Open to the house for a few minutes for discussion, institutions in our different ministries. In the last meeting, I had mentioned we are just 148 people, but that we are affecting a minimum of 5 lakhs people. That many people we are affecting.
Us in the history of our ecological initiatives and during, but a sacred heritage. To all our blessed is the fruit of your womb, Jesus. And the word became
Planting scheme, so that it's not only we say here, but maybe in 6 months we ask the communities. See, the problem is we
province land, and it is nicely given like NGO input and output and what we are going to do. So, is there any mechanism? Okay, thank you.
Collaboration with relatives little free time to spare and let them be after. And maybe
we had the alumni associations of Calcutta Province. There was a suggested way to come to.
So can we think in that terms, but tomorrow I touch upon that because the eco policy mainly touches upon.
Initial cost may be high, but eventually we recover the cost and in the long run much cheaper.
And to read a chapter a day would be a wonderful way of we learning, and I think that's something that would be a positive way to encourage others to read.
মানব অন্তরে আনো সে শান্তি, মানব অন্তরে শান্তি দাতাও গো শান্তি দাও, শান্তি দাতাও গো শান্তি দাও।